matte taco potato Mustang. I think I mentioned this in my last vlog. We're going to change the engine air filter on the Subaru Forester. I took my Subaru to get serviced at the dealer for like the 30,000 mile service. I'm pretty sure I got ripped off for that, but one thing I asked them not to do was change the air filter because they were going to charge me $80 to change an air filter. And I know enough about cars to know that I can do that pretty quick and easy and cheaper than for $80. So I ordered an air filter, just a cheap one that I found online. And we're just gonna do this. You can see that the filter is pretty accessible from up top. A little dirty. The Subaru's got just under 30,000 miles. So yeah, it's definitely needs to be replaced. Let's take a look at the one that we got from the internet. This is the new filter. And unlike on the Mustang cabin air filter, it does come with like the plastic or rubber piece that goes around it. So yeah, so we just gotta put this back in there and secure the air box. One thing I noticed is that the OEM filter, it does have an arrow indicating the direction of airflow, but the cheap internet aftermarket one, I don't see an arrow. But I mean, as long as you have one that, you know, tells you which direction it should go, it should be easy to remember. So I think the easiest way is just to make sure that you get it on the front side of the airbox, and then as long as the other side of the airbox is still like connected down on the bottom, and you should just be able to close it again pretty easily. So I need two hands. And we're done. Took all of like 10-12 minutes and saved like 60 bucks. So pretty easy thing, but nice to get it done and not have to worry about it for another however many thousand miles. So yeah. Subaru Boxer engine. One thing I did want to mention as sort of a follow-up to the Washington Auto Show video that I made, I did go and test drive a new WRX about a week ago, and I've driven like a newer STI. I've driven a couple of different generation WRXs over the years, but this is the first time I've driven the brand new 2022. I think it actually might have been it should have been in 2022, but it was brand new. It had like no miles on it, and it was like it was either the premium or the limited. And I have to say, I was really impressed. I know that some people don't like the looks on the new WRX. I think the biggest complaints that I hear is that the rear end has too much going on, like the rear bumper is too funky, and that the taillights look like a Honda Civic from a few generations ago, and that the unpainted, what do you call them? wheel wells are kind of ugly. I've none of those things really bother me that much. I think probably the worst thing is the rear bumper. I don't even care that much because I think the exhaust tips look cool. But yeah, I took that for a test drive. I was very impressed with the seats. They had like really well bolstered Recaro, like sort of not they're not Recaros. I think weirdly you can only get the Recaros on the GT version, which only comes with the CVT automatic, which is really stupid. Subaru, if you're listening, get your shit together. Put the Recaros in the normal WRX. Yeah, but anyways, the seats, whatever the seats are in that version, were really nice. And the shifter is excellent. The brakes are really good. The clutch was really easy to engage. It was a really smooth ride overall, and I was pretty impressed. I'd say like it really sucks that Subaru is not making an STI version of this car, because I feel like if it had like, I think they come stock with like 276 horsepower. If they had like, I don't know, 320 or 330 horsepower, it would be pretty nuts. Like, I think that would be an awesome setup. So yeah, I was just really impressed with like how easy it was to drive, and it was very smooth. Like, I mean, obviously I'm coming from like, driving the Mustangs, so it's going to be a little better than, either of those with the stiffer suspension. But it was quick, like reasonably quick. It didn't have great low end power, torque, whatever, because it's a turbocharged engine, but it wasn't so bad that like it made the car like boring. I think part of the fact that what made it nice to drive was that it was so easy to engage the clutch, and so the shifting was so crisp that like you didn't even notice that it wasn't that quick off the line. I mean, I didn't like launch it like crazy or anything, but like, and then once you're like in the RPM, like in the upper RPMs, and you like the turbo's doing what it's supposed to do, you can tell it's got some power, and it's obviously funner to drive at higher RPMs. But overall I was really impressed, and that's just one of a list of a few cars that I've been wanting to test drive to see if I would be interested in buying one myself. So nice job on the new WRX Subaru, but give it some Recaros, and or at least give that as an option without the automatic, and make an STI version. It doesn't have to be electric. Come on. Anyways, those are my thoughts for now. Thanks for watching my video. If you're new to my channel and you like my video, please hit subscribe, and keep an eye out for more on the Taco Potato Mustang channel on things that are related to tacos, potatoes, sandwiches, chicken sandwiches, Mustangs, Subaru sometimes, etc., etc. Stay healthy, stay safe. Peace out.